Hello everyone. Welcome to our animated philosophy series where we explore timeless concepts in a modern context. Today we're diving into one of the most ambitious and revolutionary ideas in modern philosophy, Edmund Husserl's vision of pure phenomenology. Now you might be wondering, what does that even mean? Well, Husserl wanted to create a whole new way of doing philosophy, a way that was as rigorous and methodical as the natural sciences, but one that didn't rely on the same empirical methods. Let's break this down. First, when we think of the sciences, whether it's biology, physics, or psychology, we often imagine experiments, measurements, and data collection. These fields are all empirical sciences. They depend on observable facts in the physical world. But Husserl thought that relying solely on empirical observation could only get us so far, especially when we're trying to understand consciousness, which isn't something you can measure with a microscope or capture in a lab experiment. Consciousness, after all, is the root of all experience. Husserl believed that, in order to truly understand human experience, we need a different method, one that goes beyond just observing facts about the world. This is where phenomenology comes in. So what exactly is phenomenology? It's the study of structures of experience from the first-person perspective. Husserl called this a rigorous science of consciousness, but it's crucial to understand that it's not like the sciences we're used to. Imagine you're feeling love or anger. You could study these emotions scientifically by measuring heart rate or brain activity, but Husserl wasn't interested in these external, objective data points. Instead, he wanted to get at the essence of the experience of love or anger. What is it like to love? What is it like to feel anger? What's the internal, subjective experience? To explore these questions, he proposed a method called phenomenological reduction. Phenomenological reduction is a way of stripping away everything that isn't essential to an experience. Let's say you're observing anger. Normally, you might think about the person who's angry, the situation that caused the anger, or even the consequences of that anger. But in phenomenology, you would set aside all these external factors and instead focus on the experience itself, the feeling of anger as it appears to you in your consciousness. Now, Husserl wasn't suggesting we ignore the world or deny the existence of external reality. Rather, he wanted us to bracket these concerns, to set them aside temporarily so we can focus purely on how things appear to us. This method helps us get to the heart of the experience, to its essence. In this way, phenomenology is a radical shift from empirical science, which tends to look outward, while phenomenology asks us to look inward. Let's take another example, this time the experience of love. If you were studying love empirically, you might ask, what's happening in the brain when someone falls in love? How does love affect behavior? But for Husserl, the question would be, what is the experience of loving someone? What are the essential qualities of this feeling? When you love someone, there's a unique sense of connection, attention, and care that you can only grasp by reflecting on the experience itself. Phenomenology tries to capture these kinds of essential experiences. Now, you might ask, why does this matter? Why was Husserl so convinced that phenomenology could revolutionize both philosophy and science? The key is that phenomenology allows us to uncover deeper layers of experience that empirical science simply can't reach. Think about it, all our understanding of the world, our interactions, our scientific theories, they all come from our experience of being conscious. Everything we know about the world depends on how it shows up to us in consciousness. And if we don't examine that fundamental level, our experience of things, we miss something crucial. This is why Husserl's approach is so transformative. He believed that if we can understand the essence of experiences like love, anger, perception, and thought, we could build a foundation for a deeper understanding of human consciousness, and by extension, a more solid foundation for all knowledge. He wasn't against empirical science, but he believed it was incomplete. Phenomenology, he argued, could fill in the gaps. What makes this particularly powerful is that it gives us a method to explore areas of human experience that often get overlooked in scientific research. Take something like art, for example. A psychologist might study how people respond to certain colors or shapes, but phenomenology would ask, what's the experience of seeing beauty? What happens when we encounter a painting that moves us? Husserl's method gives us a way to explore those deep, personal, and often elusive aspects of experience that are hard to quantify. So, to sum it all up, while empirical sciences seek to understand the external world, Husserl's pure phenomenology is all about diving into the structures of consciousness. It's about going beyond what we observe in the world to understand how we experience the world. By using phenomenological reduction, we can bracket out distractions and focus on the essence of experience, on what it's like to perceive, think, or feel something from the inside. Husserl was convinced that this method could reshape not just philosophy, but also the way we think about science, ethics, art, and human knowledge in general. It's a method that invites us to look beyond the surface and ask deeper questions about the nature of experience itself. So, next time you feel an emotion like love or anger, or even just observe something as simple as a tree, remember that phenomenology invites us to ask, what is this experience really like? And in that question, we start uncovering the deeper layers of consciousness that make up our human experience. Thank you for learning with us. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into similar echoes.